It's time for the shop report with
Barbershop Jay.
What up, sports fans? Welcome to the Shop Report. I'm Barbershop Jay. I'll be your host for the day. Here's what's happening. Of course, we want to remind you the Shop Report is brought to you by Rocket Digital Media. It's the one-stop shop for all your digital marketing needs. You can look them up on Facebook at RDM Detroit, 1D, 2E Detroit, or you can slide on over to the website, rocketdigital.net. That's ROCKIT digital.net. And make sure when you're there, while you're there, you tell them the BSJ sent you. And for my folk out there in TV land, if you want to leave your questions or comments during today's P program, by all means, please do so. And we will throw it up on the screen. And y'all know what's coming next. If you're one of them folks that wants to leave a question or a comment that's indignant or ignorant in nature, it won't be seen on this screen. Matter of fact, here's what you'll get.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
With that being said, joining me on the P program today, I can never find your intro. Brother Rich, that's usually reserved for Brother Rich, but he's not been with us for quite some time. His schedule has been changed, unfortunately, due to the fact that fortunately, the palm trees have been shaved. Somebody stole a few out of his front yard, and he's making a movie. I'm just saying. Joining me on the P program today is my cat from up north, Joey James, a.k.a. Double J. Tell the people what you say.
The Mona Lisa has no eyebrows.
All week. We've been waiting for a week. Unbelievable. Before we get into our few items that we got on the menu for today's P program, I just wanted to point out to the folks out there, when you all see our intro there, that's the intro we had from the beginning here. So we do have to make a few changes to it. We are no longer on Twitch, unfortunately. We're still working out the kinks for Spotify, fortunately or unfortunately. So when you all see part of our intro right there, it says you all can find us on Spotify and Twitch and things of that nature. So we do got to make a few changes to that. We got our marketing directors.
It's been busy with.
Well, I didn't say no names. I didn't point out no names. Yeah, right. What are you looking at the Lucia cabinet for? Oh, already? We're not even 3 minutes in. Paige and Mrs. Alva.
I'm telling you, I need a sponsorship. Where's the affiliate program?
Yeah, you need more than that. Anywho, let's start the show. All right, our first item on the menu. Actually, I'm gonna hit us with a QOD, a question of the day. This was not a part of the original script.
Of course.
When I start writing this, or whatever the case may be, or writing for this days or this week's P program, but I did have a question. I forget what program I was listening to or watching, and so I did get it from somewhere else. Okay, I'm an original, like Dr. Pepper, free plug. I'm just saying, I am an original. Oh, no question. I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. Anywho, you're not old enough for all of that. But anyway,
wow.
I was listening to or watching. Trust and believe, bro. When you get in the bathroom, you go to brush your hair, and you got more hair in the brush than you do.
Hey, you know what? Baby. I seen a video yesterday. This dude had he had braids, but like it was almost like a hat, like a very intricate.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah, no. It's like a helmet, a braided helmet. Oh, unbelievable.
Hey, I couldn't tell, but it was kind of wild.
Yeah, but guess what though? You couldn't tell, but I bet you she can. Oh, baby, let me run my finger through your
wait
hair.
a minute.
Like, what the happened? And then she come out with this thing that looked like a porcupine. Man, please, man, stop it.
Look,
anywho,
the percentage of females that have extensions of some kind, I call it,
fair exchange and no robbery.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, that's just it, though, man. I mean, okay, yeah, that's what it looked like when y'all meet each other. Okay. But y'all get to the point, marriage and relationships and stuff. Somebody at some point you got to take all that stuff off, and it's like taking off body armor. Who wants to go through that every day, all day, every 17 days of the week? Anywho, yeah. I don't know if I was listening to or watching a program. I can't recall, but they brought up a good question, and I decided to add this to today's topics of discussion. So our QOD question of the day: why is it that college student athletes can bet on things such as the Kentucky Derby, but not those things that have a championship, like college football, basketball, etc.? Do tell.
I think it'll end up changing.
Standard is what I think it is, to tell you the truth.
No, I think this is part of it. The problem is they open the floodgates, right, with NIL, and it's unregulated, and that. So,
well, whose fault is that, though?
Well, no, again, it's the establishments.
Exactly.
But, however, this actually coincides with it. So, because they weren't able to, essentially, they passed a bill to kind of get the negative spotlight off of themselves. What it did is it left a lot of things that needed to be addressed unaddressed. So
wait, are you suggesting or implying here that they are retroactively regulating?
Well, of course they are. At some point they're going to have to, right? Because now we've reached a stage. Hunter Dickinson, former Michigan center, chose. I'm going to paint this picture. He's a DeMatha in DC,
high
Maryland.
School, the high school,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Same one. Speaking of Pistons, which Piston went there? Anyway, Piston Hall of Famer went there. He was slighted. He was recruited by Purdue and then chose Michigan, and then Purdue's consolation prize was Zach Edey. True story. And so I know, right? And the thing is, when he came down to making a decision in the portal just over this past 6-7 weeks, he said after he made his decision that NIL had everything to do with it. It played a large part in it. That was why he chose Kansas over Maryland. Now, keep in mind, he felt slighted that Maryland at the time didn't recruit him at all.
Right. Where being from Baltimore and all.
Yeah. So he felt slighted at the time. Now, that was a different regime, and a teammate of his, Jameer Young, not only transferred there this past season, but opted to stay there also.
Transferred to Maryland?
Yeah, transferred to Maryland.
Okay.
So his high school teammate transferred to Maryland. New regime, so water under the bridge, not the same group that didn't recruit him. And he's got a buddy there, and he still chose to go to Kansas because of the money.
So he felt slighted. Oh well.
No, he publicly stated that. Now, look at different circumstances. Zach Edey is invited to the combine, but every projection says late second round. It was revealed that he made over $1 million last year, aka
NIL.
So Zach Edey? Will likely come back.
Well, see,
so to your point about betting, that was an afterthought, right? You're still talking about states like Kentucky, speaking of, that don't have mobile betting allowed. They just passed it. So it won't go into effect, just like Ohio's just recently went into effect this past year. Kentucky's will go into effect next year.
Michigan's, you mean slow Ohio?
Well, sure. But this is why it was kind of approached almost similarly to the way that the NBA approached marijuana, that there were a multitude, of different states that had either decriminalized it or legalized it. And this we're seeing is kind of that next evolution until you're deemed a professional. And again, those guys at the collegiate level, certainly with this in mind, tread that line very finely, to the point where I would say it's so fine that you would be better off, that it is highly probable that they
hold that thought. Let me give a shout out to Arthur McCullough. Shout out Scott Arthur McCullough. He's viewing in. He's weighing in. He's viewing, taking a look-see at this P program today. We appreciate that. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, come on, everybody. Come on now. It's the shop for a reason. The barbershop is the cornerstone of every community, okay? I don't care what race, creed, color you are. We all go get our haircuts. You understand what I'm saying? And we all do the same thing. That's what binds us. But anywho, go ahead, Double J. Well, shout out again to my man Scott MacArthur, baby. Weighing in.
Wow. Mr. Clean over here.
Oh, please. Mr. Who? Mr. Unbelievable. I'll see right now. You're getting buttons. Okay, finish your thought because I got another one. Okay, go ahead.
Just simply put, I believe that, yes, it will be addressed. I've seen 4 or 5 players that were there at the collegiate level. Oscar Shibwe from Kentucky was one of them. Hunter Dickinson was another. So there were quite a few that were at the Kentucky Derby over the weekend. Spectacle, great event. Megan and I are still going to. We keep saying we're going to go, and then it just doesn't happen. So we'll get there eventually.
Mm-hmm. You'll get there eventually. All right, you guys are getting old. That's what that happens. Yeah, I trust and believe. I get dressed.
I don't want to hear that.
I'm telling you, right? Well, it's coming. Okay, so how fast it comes is up to you, buddy. You can either go 65 or 85 and a 25. I'm just trying to tell you. That's all I'm trying to tell you. 65, 85, and a 25. But you mentioned Zach Edey. Okay, so here's an interesting twist. I think so anyway. Zach Edey's going back the NIL, right?
Potentially.
All right, potentially, right? Because being that he was projected as a mid or late second round pick?
Late.
That's eye-opening as well. But here's the thing. When the NIL was first announced or introduced, there were a lot of Nick Saban types, Dabo Swinney types, Mark Emmert types who had a problem. Because that's less in my pocket, okay, and more for a player, which we all said to a man. I'm just.
Hang on. I don't think it's less in their pocket. It just is less persuasion that they have.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying. I'm. What the idea was, you all didn't have a problem with y'all getting the $17 million salaries.
Well, they still are.
Well, I know they are.
And this is where, again, I want to remind everyone
really
where the money comes from.
Hold it. Let's get this comment up here. We got a comment rolling in early. Now, this is just going to show you. Seriously? Really, Mrs. Alva?
Oh,
we are not
man.
Like you, Jay. Really? Seriously? Unbelievable. Mrs. Alva, I thought, what happened? What happened? You came on the show. You filled in, admirably well, better than some people I know. Okay, and then this is what you do. This is what goes on in the Alva household. I'm telling you, Jay got to deal with it every day. Oh my gosh! But I'll give you another button, Alva, just because. Okay, all righty then. Continue. All right, unbelievable. But here's what I'm driving at though. Maybe this whole, in other words, there was at the beginning of this, there was a lot of people who were anti-NIL. All right. You there, Lucia? No? Okay. Okay, got you. A lot of people anti-NIL. Now, if we look at Zach Edey, case in point, going back to school, maybe by default, the NIL is a good thing because 10 minutes ago, we had college basketball in particular. We had one and dones. Now, guys are saying, well, wait a minute. For whatever reason, they're now we might start. I'd like to see some numbers here in the next 2 or 3 years about how many guys are now coming out as they are juniors, maybe seniors even. Will we get more juniors and seniors now due to this NIL thing? No?
I think the answer is yes. And all you have to point to is
that's a good thing, isn't it?
On the women's side. Well, but the problem, hang on, the complaint is not about the kids making money. It's more
It was at the beginning.
The issue is still the same because the money is just like this example here is influencing the final landing spot more than anything else now. So
okay, but you didn't know that at the beginning. Remember, at the beginning, there was a whole lot of people talking about, yeah, they get a free education. The NIL is killing the whole deal of a student athlete and all of that kind of stuff.
Okay, but those people probably don't donate to a university, because if you did, then you know that's where your money is going. So all those things are paid for by alums and boosters. I thankfully can say I slightly contribute to that.
Oh, and you know what? Why are you saying that? I want you to keep going, but do you still have that the post you put up in our Discord? The LSU library versus the locker room.
That. Yeah, I got it.
Doggone it. I meant to tell you to throw that up there. Y'all bear with us for a minute here. I need Double J to pull up something. I want you all to see this.
All right, hang tight, because I gotta you know what I gotta do. All right.
Yeah. I want you all to see this. But anywho, at the end of the day, I'll try to keep going here until he pulls this up. That was my fault, people. My apologies. I'll give myself a button. I meant to have him throw that up in here prior to us coming to you all live, LIVE. But you know, y'all know the line. You know, the mind when it comes to the mind, right? Like the transmission on the '68 Buick, it's been sitting in the garage too long. ... Yeah, but anyway, he getting ready to try to pull that up. I thought this very interesting when he shared this. We are Double J, Brother Rich, TJ, D Gully, myself, and Doc. We're trying to get my man Ask the GM co-host Ricardo Stafford to join us, but he's still, I don't know what's going on, Ricardo. But anyway, Double J put something up in this Discord thread. It's like a thread where we can kind of communicate, you know, like almost like a text thread, but it's a little bit more fancier, so to speak. Anyway, he threw up a post in the thread, and I meant to have him or ask him if he would throw it up here in the studio for us, because I would like for those who are viewing, if you're still there or come here or later, you know, walk-ins are always welcome, obviously. We'd like to get your thoughts. We're going to give ours as well, but this just shows or goes to show, in my opinion, the priorities in this country are bass backward. Okay? When he shows this picture, when I saw it the first time, you got it up already? Oh, you getting there? When I saw it the first time, I was appalled because it shows where what should be important, I can't even say it's secondary. It's not even on the map. And Double J, just right quick, you can obviously you can still hear me. Those things that they had, those look like at the picture at the top was the library. Obviously, we're getting to it here in a few. You all bear with us. Were those streamers or something?
Like from a party? No.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
no, it was. If you could, I could, only because I was just looking at it.
Okay.
It. You know what? I'm going to pull it up this way intentionally because it blocks the second portion of it.
Okay, got you.
All right.
Bear with us, you all.
Go, and here we go.
All right, let me share it here. Add it to the stream. Oh, okay. Now, do you have? Yeah, okay. Now, wait. You can scroll. You scrolling up or down here, right?
I'm going to be scrolling down. Correct.
Okay, so for all my folk out there in TV land, I want you all to take a look at. This is the LSU library.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the same LSU that played against Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and all that. You know, getting all the fanfare, right? In other words, there are so many folks who are culpable in regards to this, if you ask me. The media outlets, if you turn on Sports Center, I'm calling them out, the ESPNs, the Get-Ups and all of that, they'll tell you all day, every day about Terrell Owens. I know it's been a minute ago. I'm fishing here. Or the Dallas Cowboys or the Lakers and LeBron. And they'll do all these backstories on how did you become this great athlete that you are. But very rarely, if ever, will they highlight something like what we're showing here, okay? This is the LSU, again, library. You see the I said streamers. Lord, my goodness gracious.
I know you were being generous, dude.
Yeah, I'm being way generous. These are trash cans. So I'm take a good look at this picture, people.
Again, I'm going to scroll up because I want everyone to see why there's our host thinks there were streamers.
Yeah.
It was meant to stream something. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, take a look at the drop ceiling now. Okay. I want you all to really, really get it. I want to encapsulate this picture here. I want you all to really get a good look, because on one hand, this is what I mean by the country's priorities are bass awkward. Let me say it again, especially when it comes to education, right? How many pick an infomercial, commercial, whatever you want to call it. I guarantee you, at some point when you turn your TV on, you're going to see something somewhere that talks about, especially when it comes to the NCAA, about how not no student is left behind, but you get the idea. We are for the students, and we are for this, and we are for education. You come to this university. What?
Finish your thought. I'm going to go on a tirade here.
Okay. Come to this university, where you can get the best. Okay, but here it is, LSU now. This is LSU again. This is the library. Okay? This is the library. This is just going to show you how important. See, all that other stuff you're hearing and seeing, this is what I mean. This is an example of what we mean when we say they're just paying lip service. Okay? Education goes beyond the four walls of an institution. Because for me, if what you say in regards to education really, really was true, to validate it, your library wouldn't look like this. And I promise you, I guarantee you, there's many more libraries around the country at these big universities that would probably cost your kid $60,000, $70,000 a year. This is what you're paying for here. This is what you're paying for your kid to go into the library where it's a slip and slide. I'm just saying. Okay. Anyway, Double J. Okay, so you all got this picture etched in your mind, right? Okay, now Double J, scroll down. Let's take a look at LSU's. What facility is it? LSU's what facility?
This is the football locker room.
The football locker room. Well, would you looky here? Let's give a round of applause.
Hey, my bro Rich would know a little bit about this too. This is looks like something out of a first class long distance flight, like transcontinental flight.
I'm trying to tell you. Well, you would know about that too. I mean, seeing how you just came from Lucia, Egypt. I'm just saying. So I mean, for my folk out there in TV land, I mean, help me. I mean, tell me, what is wrong with these two pictures? Is this a before and after joke? I'm just saying, huh? An education in this country at a major university, and don't get it twisted, LSU is a major. It's a Power 5 or whatever they call that, Big 10, 12, 9, 19, 40 through blue 48, HUD hike. I don't know. Every major university in this country, right? Look what they're spending the money. The cost of an education, again, is what? At minimum?
Quite a bit.
At minimum. And for 4 years, they're charging you for everything to send your kid there. Everything. But where is the money going? To the football program? If your kid is in IT or robotics or whatever the case may be, the football program is the one that, they always front and center, or the basketball program. You get what I'm driving here, okay, right? Okay, but where is the money going? It's not going to the library. So you mean tell me at LSU in the library, if your kid's wants to go into the library and pick out a book to study or whatever, they got to wear a raincoat inside? Oh, imagine that. Anyway, Double J, your thoughts?
Well, again, this is where, I hate to go to politics, but just quickly, today it was passed in the state of Michigan that they're going to increase the spending per year on education. There were some counter arguments about that. There was some deregulation within it. So kind of take that with a grain of salt a bit. But with that being said, where I want to why I'm pointing that out is here, what you're seeing here is public money, private money. That football facility was paid for by alumni, not the university itself. this, unfortunately. Now, and I want to say this too. The LSU has one main library. So when you hear SEC, they're preaching athletics over academics.
Because that's really, I didn't really want to say it that way, but that's really what I mean. That's what we're looking at here.
I'm saying,
yeah, that's what we're looking at here. Athletics over academics.
This is their only library. The reason why I say that is, like, for example, at Purdue, I made the mistake of walking in the wrong one because we have subject-oriented libraries.
Oh, really?
Michigan
thanks to your
Michigan
donations?
State. No, well, I would love to believe so.
Okay.
No, it's just again, same rules apply. But we have a little bit of a different focus. I'll give Michigan credit too. They have 20.
Oh, wow.
Michigan State has 9.
Okay.
So when you look at the Big Ten,
so respect to the Big Ten then. Respect to the Big Ten for putting back in to the education. I'm just saying. Continue.
So ultimately, I'm not going to knock the fact that someone cared enough to give them $20 million, probably more, to make this room look like it is on the Death Star. But what it does is it further emphasizes your point that you were making about what the priorities are in terms of academics versus athletics at not just and I would say at a both a micro level as seen here, but at a macro level as well, which is why the country as a whole has fallen behind quite a bit.
Yeah, this is terrible, man. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm gonna change our viewpoint here. There we go. Yeah, you like that? That's a little bit better. Okay, yeah, all right.
So,
yeah,
but here's something that I found. It bothers me. I will say this. So, a lot of proficiency scores are like
not proficient.
I'll give an example. We are ecstatic when we hit the 72% threshold or 66%. Because they're in district and in state comparisons lag behind by almost 20 to 40% from those figures, representing that the state as a whole is only having, we'll call it 33% proficient, not exceeding, proficient in what they're being taught.
So barely making the cut. If
a third. So when we're getting 3/4, wow, we're doing this phenomenal job. The way I'm looking at it is that number should be as close to 100% as possible. Otherwise, to me, I look at it like you're failing.
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean? There's only other way to look. There's no other way to look at it.
Because again, when that's the even when you get into sabermetrics and some of these analytics in sports, you still have to realize that it's people that, that again, they could get on base, but did their wife leave them? Did they have a death in the family? Did any of these things occur, right? That would be deemed variables that could impact, and to what level would it impact that? So you have to put the human portion, even if it, albeit is somewhat of, if you want to agree on some level of variance, that can at least be decided upon, but it has to be incorporated, at the very least, acknowledged.
Yeah, I just say this country's priorities is bass backwards. I'm so sick and tired of seeing the compensated endorsers about come to my university. For what? What they should be doing, they should be taking, I'm telling you right now, if let's say LSU, for instance, has an enrollment of, I don't know, 2,500 students. Every dime that those parents of those students are paying for that education should go back into the education, the old functions, libraries, etc. And whatever the boosters for the sports programs are, then those monies can be for the sports programs.
So the University of Michigan has something for lower income students. from those households that if you're able to get into U of M Ann Arbor, your tuition's taken care of. Again, that's the caveat. You got to still get in.
But why is that so difficult anyway? There are other countries that give you free education and healthcare. It was no problem. Even if I'm paying for it in my check every week, I don't care. These are two necessary essentials, or essentially necessary. Say that fast 2 times.
Because you have to, unfortunately, think amorally. And you have to think of a society that thrives on the idea of excess. Not success, excess.
Yeah, well, I got you. Yeah.
And so, to your point, though, it could be done, no problem. Again, all you have to do is look at that stadium or look at the locker
it could
room.
be done. Whatever you put your mind to.
I just seen a renovation picture today from Purdue building a tunnel and all these other things that we're doing. And so again,
what's the old adage though? What's the old adage? If you put your mind to it, you okay, all right, okay, right. And so, in other words, is it on their minds? And they like when they sitting down having these discussions, they're like, yeah, they be like, well, Bob, we need to add $10 million to the library fund. They're like, next.
But again, do you believe? Obviously, the answer is no, but or at least based on decisions, it's reasonable to imply that the answer is no. We know it could be done. As a matter of fact, even Elon Musk himself has said he could have ended world hunger a long time ago. It just wasn't. It's a choice. Didn't do it. Well, no. He was pointing out how it would take, what it would take to do so.
Okay.
And he literally broke it down by the numbers. This was a while ago.
All right.
And just kind of pointed out how it literally is just a choice. And so the unfortunate part is just that there's from a democracy vantage point, it requires certain things to be in place. And if everyone is educated and everyone has a high paying job and everyone is living in excess, that system is broken at that point. You have to have these other things, which is what
you got to have worker bees and you got to have ownership. I get it. All that.
Correct. Because that's how the economy itself, that's where the nature of it being derived from the Latin word, was meant to kind of represent the trickle down effect from owners to people and then from people back up to the company.
Yeah. But here's the deal though. I can say most people, but you talk to a lot of people. I mean, who wouldn't want more? Who wouldn't want to be a millionaire? But I know some people who said, you know what? I don't need $1 million. But get me out of the negative.
Time versus money. Yeah, time versus money.
Exactly. Get me out of the negative. Because hey, listen, one guy he said, hey man, if we were going around the barbershop one day talking about what would you do if you'd hit the mega millions or whatever the case may be, hypothetical, that type of deal.
Nothing would change for me.
Yeah, one guy said, man, I wouldn't want it. He said, because now all of a sudden they're going to make a spectacle of you because you can hit this thing. And then guess what happens? Now people, unfortunately, not wishing nothing bad on nobody out there. Excuse me for looking cross-eyed and crazy here. Maybe. But most people now they're talking about now your kids can't go to school if you got children. Is your family really safe now? Because somebody want to snatch your family because they know you didn't hit for 400 million or whatever.
That's the only difference. They know you specifically have money.
Yeah, but somebody knows somebody's gonna know somebody knows somebody knows somebody. It's just too much to come along with it. Hey, give me enough to be comfortable so that I don't have to make somebody else rich every day, and I'm good. I'm giving the rest away to some sort, or I'm helping somebody build something. But
I will point out to you that there are people that have retired at 35 because of the exact idea of what you're proposing. That if you save a certain volume or
and let me ask you this.
Yep.
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
No, ultimately, even with the example of winning the Mega Millions, some people, myself included, nothing would change. I may go buy, one particular thing that I really wanted, but as far as my day-to-day, it wouldn't actually change. It just means that I really wouldn't have to change anything. So I already have made kind of decisions in my life where obviously naturally had a discussion, previously, that there's a choice that you make in terms of where that level of comfort comes from. How much do you have to be in terms of comfortable versus uncomfortable?
We'll get to your comment here in a second. Let me throw this out here at you. I ask people this question all the time, and I know we're getting ready to get into our stuff here, people. We appreciate y'all for jumping in right quick. This is the barbershop. This is the beauty salon. This is what you do. You go in there, you start talking about this, and the next thing you know, you done lost track of time. But that's what good conversation is supposed to be like, baby. I'm here to tell you, BSJ, baby. Anywho, the Economics 101 says the best way to save is to abstain from unnecessary consumption. It ain't how much you got, folk. It's how you delegate what you do have.
And that's literally Shaq's philosophy.
I'm trying to tell you. Now,
it is that
listen,
simple.
hey, give me $700,000 because I just saw an article out in California. They're getting ready to put together some sort of thing where they're doing reparations or something like that or whatever it is. 1.2 million or billion, whatever the case.
They said it wasn't enough.
Hey, whoa, that's 1.2 million something per. I didn't read the article. 1.2 million
per
person.
No. The lawmakers said it wasn't enough.
Okay, that's fine. Listen, hey, give me 700,000 right now. And tax free, give it to me straight off the gate, off the books. No tax, no nothing. Hey, tell my Uncle Sam. He ain't no uncle of mine. What happened? You don't dip.
They're not going to do that. You're going to get they're going to treat it. Have you ever seen the difference in overtime hours, how they're taxed, bonus hours or bonuses when they give you, $1,000 bonus and then it gets 60% taxed because it was a bonus, not a part of your regular pay?
Of course.
So something like this, as much as you think you're getting, they're actually getting more.
Hey, listen, I get it. And D-Runk, I'm about to get to you, D-Runk. My man D-Runk weighing in, y'all. But let me say this. Listen, I don't have a problem with capitalism. It's greedy capitalism. I got the P. Roblin with on this to P program today. You understand, man?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Man, come
on,
man.
That is the idea of capitalism.
No, that's not. That's no. In principle, absolutely not.
Remember,
in principle, absolutely not. No.
Look, St. Jude exists. There's all these things that they, again, by thinking amorally, they still have to live within the same areas and such that we do. So, to go enjoy a game means they have to coexist. So that means they're visually still seeing the results of the decisions that they've made at that tier of the hierarchy. And so what they do is they do all these other things to try to somewhat make up for it. So
okay, but all right, but listen, I'm not talking about the 501(c)(3)s and things of that nature. What I'm talking about is if you are a manufacturer and you make a product and you know that product costs you $2.17 to make and you mass produce it but then you charge $10, okay. But if it costs you $2.17 to make and you charge $400, that's greedy. That's greedy.
So
hey man, whatever happened to I'm saying whatever happened to if I'm eating, you eating. If I got $10 and I say Double J, let's go kick it. And you have no dollars, I'm giving you $5, man. Do that make any sense? Probably ain't no correlation, but I'm just throwing it in there.
No, it shows, if we went to dinner and all of a sudden my wallet was left, that yes, if you covered it for me or vice versa.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
But even that today, those rules unfortunately are going by the wayside.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, by charging you X amount, right? We have now shareholders that we have to answer to. That will come for my head.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Let me get to some of these comments. Oh my gosh, and then we're gonna roll right on.
Hey, look, somebody's got to give you from their end.
D-Runk said, I seen an article of a dude who had
with the screen mask.
He didn't
want it. You know why? Because Uncle Jethro and Cousin It and all them start coming in and say, remember that time I spotted you $5 and took you out
let me tell you. Now let me tell you about the family. Okay, I can't speak for yours or his or theirs or them, but mine. trust and believe. I got mad love for y'all, but they already know. You know what? And it's sad. Well, I ain't gonna say it's sad, but shame on me for thinking this way. But I used to think, and I don't gamble.
Oh
but
man, hey, you see that our host won't let nobody hold $5.
Listen, hold on now. Wait. I got some folks listen. Hey, I don't go off you know me, it's your character. All right. I got some folks who not family, blood, and so on and so forth. You understand what I'm saying? Because to me, family is only a title. You know what I'm saying? It's the relationships you have with people that's more. Okay, anyway, that's another story for another day. I would look out for them before I would some folks that, you know, aunties cut that's directly related is what I'm trying to tell you. But believe me, I used to dream. I say, Lord, just let me hit one time, just so I could tell them no. And that's why I ain't never hit.
What?
Okay, I'm just trying and I'll give it back. I will give it back. Let me get to this comment again. He said, I'm just now learning, D-Runk. My man said, I'm just now learning how to save money. And it's as simple as putting something aside every time I get paid. Who would have thought? Hello. Shout out.
The idea is passive income. What you're trying to do is, here's the thing, D-Runk, but the money that you set aside isn't gaining any value. It's not costing you anymore, but once you spend it, you've spent it. The idea is, if you could take that and put it into something that gives you residual returns. So something that you can start like on the slow end. Obviously, if you have less than $1,000, then just as an example, right? Everybody has a different launching pad. So you can't go to the stock market and expect that a 1.4 return at best is going to give you anything that's substantial or even worthwhile, let alone the risk that's attached to it. So you have to find kind of creative other ways. I'll even give the example with us with the tickets. To me, every time a ticket sells for a game, that's income that I otherwise would have handed to Megan. So the difference is now she gets it, and it was like I had given it to her because I had previously invested it already into something else. Now, again, there's a lot of ifs and variables attached to that as well, performance, etc. But those are just kind of loose examples of being able to not have your money stand still, but at the same time being able to work for you while you're essentially sleeping. Yeah,
absolutely. Let me get to his last comment here. He says, in America, the price of the product is the value of it. Oh boy, he be coming with fire. And if the price ain't high, people won't value. Man, my man right there, D-Runk, boy. Hey, if y'all up in St. Louis, man, y'all gonna have to look him up. Y'all gonna have to look the man up. We're gonna take a 30-second commercial break right quick. Man, I didn't know we was rolling. See, this is how good conversation do, man. The conversation keep you rolling. But yeah, at the end of the day, LSU and all them other universities out there that's overcharging folks, kids and whatnot, with the library looking worse, the practice facility looking better. You get what I'm trying to say. Get your act together. Priorities is bass ackward. We be right back. Skateboarding in 3. Is that 3? 3-0, baby.
LSU degree. There you go.
Don't touch that dog.
It's Jay Cunningham. You watching the Shop Report?
It's Chris Murray, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Hey, I'm Billy Butler, and thank you for watching the Shop Report.
You're Jay Knight. You're watching the Shop Report.
Hey guys, I'm Les Norman, former Kansas City Royal, and you're watching the Shop Report.
I'm Harvey Diallo, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Commander Brown, Detroit River Training, and I'm watching the Shop Report.
Barbershop Jay, Quentin Hines, Super Bowl champion. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm on.
Oh. My bad, y'all. I was over here on my phone. It's not, it's an Android. Yeah, it's not an iPhone 17, 28, 34, 45. Sound like a doggone football player. 33, 45, red, right, 88. I'm just saying. Oh, it's terrible. Anywho, yeah, let's keep the show rolling. Get your act together. All right, our next item, or should I say actually our first item, well, our next item on the menu is what it is. It's TV news. Now, check this out. This is sports related, but it's kind of not sports related, but it is sports related. Yeah, I guess it's sports related. But anyway, y'all know me. I like to read. So if y'all bear with me, I'm going to read an article. It's not like all the other articles. You know, it's not 2,800 hours long. I'm just saying. All right, it's only actually 27 and a half. Yeah, we got somebody else joining the PRD on the P program today. My man Gully, shout out to D Gully.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you feeling?
Yes, Stone Cutter over Insanity. Really, you still in my lines? Really, that's what you're doing?
You didn't even know what the Stone Cutter was before I said so.
Okay, I ain't said we're not talking about that. I didn't know what the Stonecutters credo was yet before you said something, but I know this. I'm the one that said I'll take the Stonecutter over the you know what, man. Anyway, let's not even start me. Okay, right there. As y'all can tell, D Gully, you know, he been doing pull-ups. I'm just saying pull-ups over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Parting the teddy bear in the background. Hold on. Let me.
Oh my gosh, man. What you do? Oh man, please. Yeah, turn that off. Yeah, turn it off. Oh my gosh. Anywho, a little bit of TV news here. Okay, I found this article. It actually came out April 17th, 2023 this year. But I found it rather interesting. Okay. The title is Broadcasters, Leagues and Teams, I as in CI, hybrid models while rethinking regional sports. And let me read. Broadcasters are rethinking their relationships with live sports due to the recent dramatic downturn in the regional sports network business. Now, let me stop right there for a second. Well, maybe even come across something like this because I looked at the viewership for the NBA playoffs this year, in the last couple of years. The viewership is down considerably, okay? Despite all of the you know, what I call putting lipstick on the pig. I don't care how they trying to dress it up with, like, for instance, with this whole deal with what's my man Joker with the Nuggets and snap the owner for the Suns not giving him the ball or whatever it is. They really tried to make a whole 72-hour story out of that, which really was nothing there. You get what I'm trying to say? But these are the things that the NBA is doing, just for example, to try to manufacture or, you know, use as filler because your product by itself is really putrid, which is, again, leads itself to why I keep saying the storyline nowadays is creating the game, whereas the game used to create the storyline. So anyway, when I saw all of that, I started digging for stuff and I came across this. Anyway, earlier this year, Sinclair-owned Diamond Sports missed a $140 million debt payment before declaring Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and it missed payments to 3 Major League Baseball teams: the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Cleveland Guardians. Who's cooking in the background there? Double J, is that you? No, his mic is muted. Oh, okay. These 3 teams again are the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Cleveland Guardians, and the Minnesota Twins. Warner Brothers Discovery declared that it was exiting the business and shutting down its 4 AT&T sports networks. And NBC Universal sold its remaining 67% stake in one of its 4 regional sport networks, NBC Sports Washington, to Monumental Sports and Entertainment. What seems like the sudden demise of a long-running business is due to the rapid change in how media is distributed and consumed. Regional sports networks, or RSNs, snatched up sports programming rights, paying large license fees to leagues and teams, and then made money via cable and satellite TV carriage. But that model did not foresee how quickly cord cutting would overtake the pay TV model. Okay? Brian Lawler, president of Scripps Sports, said, "We're at a moment in time where the model doesn't work for teams and leagues anymore." That was built on cable and satellite, reaching 80% or more of households and markets. Now, with cord cutting, sports are reaching less than 50% or 40% of households in a market. And he says that's a broken business model. Now, Kerry Bubelos, if I'm saying that right, you know me, I will butcher her last name in a heartbeat, not intentionally, accidentally, but I will spell it. Gully, please don't make that face again. Kerry Bubelos, Bubolz, president, CEO, and CEO of the NHL's Las Vegas Golden Knights. Apparently, that's what Double J and Brother Rich are. They're buying homes out there next to the toilet bowl that do the Raiders play in.
Let me hit that jackpot when I'm out there. And
okay, yeah. Agrees that the decline in reach poses a problem. Only about 30% of our market can see our games. Last season, we saw the impact on the ratings of our games. And this is why I was, again, the NBA here. and we want to find a way to get back to full opportunity and maximize value for our fans. So, and they also mentioned there's been a demographic shift in this whole deal. So let me stop right there and I ask you all to weigh in from what I've read so far. You know what? We got another comment here. Let me see who this comment is from here. Let me see who this comment is from. Oh, my man D-Runk. Hold on. Wait a minute. D-Runk weighing in again. Hold on. D-Runk weighing in again. He said, I find myself choosing to go to sleep over staying up for some of these West Coast games. Games don't end till 12 at night. Yeah, that's a big deal too. Gully, you want to weigh in what I've read so far?
Yeah, so it just seems like the cord cutting, the effect of it is they can blame cord cutting, but it's just so much other programming out there. See, at one point in time, sports was something that if you didn't want to watch anything else on TV, you would turn it off. Otherwise, you had your sports. You so much. You don't have that at all much anymore. It's so much other thing, so much other content able to be consumed. And then when you consider that you're doing it over the internet, put it this way: even as few as maybe 10 years ago, my TV was on and I was on the internet. See what I'm saying?
So the TV was watching you.
Yeah. So if I had the game on in the background noise while I'm otherwise still also distracted by doing something on the internet, maybe watching a program or something else based, you get what I'm saying? I had another conduit for consumption. Now that it's all the internet, right? And I want to be doing other things.
I'm going to change our angle again, fellas. Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, now there's three of us. Go ahead.
It only exacerbates the issue. The issue of attention span. Like our attention span is so finite. The idea that it's the local sports carriers that suffer, it speaks to.
Is that because we're device reliant? Too device reliant in regards to the attention span?
I don't know that. Yeah, but is it our fault?
Well, we do have a choice, don't we? Or don't we?
Yeah, we can be Mormon. We can be Amish or Lutheran or I'm sorry, Mennonite. We can be Amish and Mennonite.
I tell you what, the fruit that they sell still got seeds in it.
Exactly. Yeah. But
okay. Shout out to the Alms.
Yeah,
baby love.
Yeah, I know that's a bit like hyperbole, but really, when we think about what it is that we do and how we move around, like everything is buzzing. I mean, think about it like this, man. At our gas stations, bro. Like, I wish I can go to a gas station that didn't have that TV on. And I love Speedway. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
But I wish we could all. I wish we should all watch the movie Wall-E.
Yeah, yeah, but not to get.
No, seriously. Seriously, I know it's a Pixar film, but it's apropos in this case. But go ahead, finish.
Yeah. I don't want to get too far away from the point, but
I got you.
But
don't act like that.
What happens though? I tell you what happens.
Gully, hold that thought. Double J, turn to the left and look. Turn to the right again. Gully, who he look like right there? His profile.
I'm not doing that to him. He ain't deserve that.
He do deserve it.
He don't deserve that. He
do deserve it. He look like Trent Dilfer, everybody. I'm just. It's like Trent Dilfer, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 1 touchdown and 12 interceptions in one game. Okay, Ernie. Nah, anyway. Go ahead.
But no, what happens is, though, it does. The problem is it helped us to understand that we pay tax revenue dollars for these teams. We finance our local teams through our tax revenue. But then from a means outside of our control, we no longer can see those games. And that to me,
that's why I don't.
I don't like that. That this helps to illustrate that we don't have control. Like, what are we paying our taxes for? To finance their stadium, or to finance this, or to to subsidize it when the subsidy that we're paying for doesn't even give us rights to watch it when it's supposed. Like, I've never understood how local games get blacked out.
Okay, and I'm with you on that. So in other words, we got to subsidize it, but I can't see it.
Right, what am I paying for? No taxation without representation, right?
Hello, yeah, hello. I mean, that is in the Constitution, Ari. All right, I'm just saying, declamation, proclamation, Juneteenth, baby, something to that effect. Yeah, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, man, we only point these things out to tell you all that, yes, while we still love sports and watching the sports or whatever the case, we're not fooling ourselves, okay? It's all a matter of perspective. All right. We see the real side of it all, and we're not afraid to mention the real side of what's really going on behind the scenes, okay? It's not about a conspiracy, okay? Right. It's really not. It's really, really not. Double J, before you weigh in, let me finish reading this portion right here. As I mentioned, the young man earlier, while Lawler, Lawlor, is working to bring at least some sports back to broadcast television, Dan Marshall says that the whole model needs to be more forward-looking. He says, we have to look at the user experience first to get the fan engagement. Well, how do you do that with an attention span that's from 0 to 60 in less than 60?
We have to what?
He says, this is Marshall. Who was Marshall? Sorry. Wait a minute. Let me go back here a second. Oh boy, I didn't catch who Mr. Marshall was. Doggone it. Sorry, I'm not going to hold you all up. Yeah, anyway, Marshall is one of the CEOs of one of these companies or whatnot. Okay, that's putting this model together. But anyway, he said, Marshall says, we have to look at the user experience first to get the fan engagement. If we go back to broadcasting to find a new way to do an old thing, we're dead. Let's understand what the viewing experience should be and iterate on that. You want to be frictionless. You want fans to be able to move screen to screen as easily as possible, said Lee H. Burke, president and CEO, LHB Sports Entertainment and Media. Make it easy for them and don't be subservient to a particular technology. Then they finish by saying the answer possibly lies somewhere between the linear broadcast in play for reach in some markets and digital options available to provide fans on-demand access to games, merchandise, interactivity, betting, 24 streaming networks, and supplemental content. All right. Double J. Oh, we got 2 more comments. Let me get to these comments right quick. Then Double J, you can have your say. Hold on here. Bear with me, you all. Oh, my man D Runk weighing in again. Hold on. He said, so NBA TV have double headers. Sometimes I can't even watch the game because St. Louis is too close to the market, yet I can't watch the game in my market. Yeah. Explain. That's what we want to know. NBA TV will black out the game if our market close to the team's market. And for me, that's Grizzlies and Pacers usually. Yeah, so I mean, man, help me to understand, man. Is this just straight? Just tell me it's a money grab.
Well, it is.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, it is, but it isn't at the same time. Look, the team.
Well, it ain't the money grab because we ain't grabbing none of the money. But go ahead.
Well, no, I'm saying for the franchises themselves, right? The ticket revenue isn't the largest generator. It's the television revenue. That's why you've seen the recent deal. For example, Apple TV has MLS. ESPN Plus has hockey. And then, Apple TV is also going to have Sunday Ticket. If you're not a subscriber, we've talked what those numbers are, roughly $500, I believe it is, to purchase that. And it drops a little bit, like $100 or $2 if you do have Apple TV. And so far cry from being somewhat affordable. And you got to add some more if you want Red Zone. The idea, though, is Red Zone's success really is what put the metaphorical, knife into the heart. Because what it did
of cable.
Of the paradigm and of issues that surround broadcasting sports. And it's why you've seen a ripple effect of attempts of changes, whether that's from Major League Baseball all the way to the Savannah Bananas, in order to keep people's attention. And the fact of the matter is, even as it pertains to like the Europa League, like so sports and like soccer that have, you're either a diehard fan or you're a sports bettor. Because if you're a casual fan, it is very difficult for you to sit through that 90-minute game, which is
but I don't think soccer is one of those sports. I don't think they probably have too many casual fans, especially world.
And that's a problem.
Soccer,
but there's an article out that was published 2 weeks ago about, and I believe I posted that in the Discord as well, about the issues that soccer faces.
MLS, soccer in America or globally?
Globally.
I'm saying
yes,
globally. Yeah,
because
I'm sure. Yeah, I was thinking globally it was off the chain.
Yeah,
they're having issues, not so much with attendance or anything.
I'll get to you in a second, D-Rump.
It's just the length of the games are facing a baseball-like issue, right? The guy gets, a finger to the back and he's down, he's paralyzed for 30 minutes. And so, the fact of the matter is those stoppages in play are leading to, prior to 2005, I had never seen stoppage time go north of 5 minutes. Now I've seen it as high as 13.
And can you explain what stoppage time is?
Basically, because soccer uses a running clock, it
stops the clock.
The referee has to, anytime there's stoppages in play, has to start a stopwatch.
Okay.
To gauge how much time was wasted that they have to account for.
Oh, so a soccer game is truly 45 minutes.
Yep. It just may take 63.
Yeah. Okay, right. So they'll play a 45 minute half.
I never knew that.
Okay. So something that was very interesting is what MLS did when it was in its infancy in 1996, which was it had a clock that ran down. That was the first time that it had ever happened in the sport, and they've since gone away with it. However, when you look at that, it actually
could bring it back,
potentially be a global solution to part of the issue. But again, speaking at a macro level, there's so many things that you have to be paying attention to now, whether it was fantasy football or just the stats themselves, right? We talk analytics regularly on the show, as well as what's taking place in that moment. You don't really care as much what's happening while the team is starting at their own 20. You want to know what's happening on the opponent's 20 in the red zone. You want to know that it's 3rd and goal. You want it to automatically switch to that. So that model exists, but you have to be able to accommodate to it across multiple platforms. And that is where the challenge, therefore, in lies, because you get fans like Emma D. Runk brought up NBA TV. And now, thankfully, because of the ticket packages that I have, they include the subscriptions for those packages. So, but the problem is I barely use them because I simply haven't found time to log into another device. I can't stand it. That I have to go into another app and then I have to pick the game, and that they're not.
By that time, you like me at 63, you sleep.
Well, because again, listen to the process that I'm talking about. This has to be quick, simple. Unless I'm
that's like me and my passwords.
If I'm at the MGM Sportsbook, I have every game in front of me.
Right.
Wow.
But what if I'm not? And that's really the problem that these individual franchises and conglomerates as a whole are attempting to solve, or at least some semi-address, while still making it profitable.
So wait a minute. So I'm sorry. So Double J.
Gully, hold that thought. Let me actually, I thought that was the end of the article. It's not actually. This is the actual end. I think this is very interesting. Well, and I'm gonna get to D-Ron's comment.
I do have an article down there to share as well related to the NBA stats.
Okay, we have an opportunity. This is Lawler. Okay, we have an opportunity to reset what reach looks like, and within that, an opportunity to reset the economics. Those RSN deals were so restrictive, they were exclusive, only distributed on cable and satellite. There's a top of the funnel issue that broadcasters can solve. There's an opportunity to build a direct to consumer D2C business together that allows teams to own the data and own their fans. I don't think it has
lawsuit coming soon, and there's going to be, I can dive into why right away.
I don't think it has to be either or. It can be yes and.
Okay, so what he's referring to, as D-Runk pointed out, is those regional limitations.
Oh, hold that thought. Hold that. My bad. And I said I was going to read his comment. So let me get his comment up here. D-Runk said, so NFL said this season that no game will be guaranteed to a certain broadcaster. You know how you would see Cowboys and Packers and know that's going to be on Fox? Not anymore. Yeah. You know, I was going to actually make this the subject today. I was going to do the gridiron, but there was a few more things I wanted to take a look at, like in that, because that's being discussed as well. But go ahead, finish your thought, Double J.
Well, and this is why we've seen things take off in multiple ways, right? Right now, it is because there's no what I would consider a governing body that's attempting to solve it at at a macro level. They're all trying to solve it individually at a micro level. So whether that's you're watching a playoff game with Doris Burke, or that you're watching the same playoff game in Stephen A's world, no different than Monday Night Football with Eli and Peyton, right? So the idea is being able to cater to these different demographics all simultaneously. When you watched on Amazon, for those that may not have had the opportunity for Thursday Night Football, you had the option to watch it with the analytics, so you could see the routes that the players were running, and then, of course, see what it yielded and what they had done statistically up to that point. You could also watch it with Dude Perfect, and then you could have it with the traditional broadcasters. And so everything now is changing, and that's just one minor piece to it. But the idea is owning your data. The walled garden aspect of this is the pivotal one, but it's also led to a lot of, more recently, litigation that's taken place because of what that data is worth. And the interesting part about that is sometimes selling data is worth more than the product you were selling originally. And when you have, in essence, of potentially billions of people, that could be of a lot of value to you based on, I've utilized kind of discussing that TikTok knows it's you because of your keystroke pattern. And, so developing the algorithms, for in an era where you've had privacy laws with just in general at the service level with IDFA through iOS and Apple specifically, making it more difficult for your ads to be on a one-to-one basis, company to you. And it certainly isn't impossible.
Well, give me mine directly, because this whole deal with Valley Sports.
Would you be willing to trade your general information for access in this, or
and when
access?
You say general information, anything but my social security number?
Well, then this is my point. This is where I feel like there's a multi-billion-dollar opportunity, and I'm not really spitballing this here, but if you're a Detroit Tiger fan and I know you're based on account information that this is your birthday, this is what city you live in, and
listen, all you got to do is look at my junk mail. You already know where I'm at.
But again,
you already know where I'm at.
If you're watching that same game, and now that ad has changed for what it's for you versus what it looks like for me versus what it looks like for Gully, you just tripled your ad revenue based on placement.
Yep.
There's so much. Go ahead.
D-Runk say they say Elon bought Twitter not for the platform but for the data. I didn't know that.
Yes,
I didn't know that. I use Twitter, but
among other reasons.
So right now, what I would do, just as an example, because a friend of mine that went to MIT has a patent on this already. But basically, I would start a autonomous trucking company with a digital signage on the side that I would sell placement like a billboard. Same way you see a billboard today,
like a rolling advertisement.
Exactly, and the difference is instead of it just saying Walmart, it's now going to change based on where I am geographically.
Right. So when it comes to Columbus, it'll may say Ohio State. As soon as you get in Mansfield, it'll be Cleveland Browns and so on. Yeah.
Shout out. Okay.
That's something to invest in.
One of the interesting parts is, of course, with that particular circumstance is, the cost of the logistics itself has now completely changed, because now the longer the distance, the more revenue.
Obviously. Right. So now, now then the fuel surcharges, it's going to be a trickle down. Everything going up.
Yeah.
And can you imagine?
Or would it go down? Would it go down potentially because of the placement of those digital ads?
No, I don't know about that.
And then what happens if the truck got to make a stop? You pay for an ad to go from California?
Well, again, 30 seconds, 15 seconds.
Oh, gotcha.
Now these things are able to actually perceive if eyeballs hit them, and that's what's deemed an impression.
Absolutely. Ooh, okay. Oh, you guys are, whoa, yeah. I mean, come on. Can't you see it?
Oh, did you just hear what he just said?
Yeah.
Man, listen.
Yeah.
It's enemy of the state.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You made a phone call. Remember the bag of Fritos?
Right. Absolutely. Hey, listen, y'all heard it here first. This is what we do, baby. We bring it to you fresh. Hey, listen.
But again, ultimately, if you could get access to the UFC, to your
not over here. Well, not over this house. Absolutely
whatever it may be, right? All of those pay-per-view boxing matches that you wanted to see are now free to you because of the placements around the screen.
My man Ben Sutherland, the BS3 network, baby. Ben Sutherland checking us out. Hey, shout out to my man. Hey, man, BS. And let me not say it like that, because these two guys right here have a field day with Mr. Sutherland. Let me say it that way. These two right here. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
hey, there ain't no BS in the BS3. That's what let me say that. This guy.
Shout out. You say that. I got tongue tied and fried right quick. Hey, B Sutherland, you know it ain't me, baby. It's these two. Yeah, them, whatever it is. Anyway, y'all see Ashley J. Oh boy, I need some lotion tomorrow and today. Lord. Man, I dipped my hands in it.
Hey, he's
man,
like that one
commercial from Upwork, again.
The zombie.
Do you know what I forgot to do again? Oh,
stop it.
It's been fun, but we got to run, y'all. Join us.
Yeah. Okay, we running because it ain't funny. Oh my gosh. Hey, listen, y'all know it. Like the transmission on the 68 Buick. That's right, Double J. Well, get out of here. Get on out of here. Well, where's Miss Paige and Mrs. Alva? This is unbelievable. Okay, so at the end of the day,
now I know where the lucha been at, Double J.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't drink. And look over you over there sipping on some doggone, what's that? Cuervo. Oh, Cuervo water. Circle.
Is that a QR code on it?
Yes, a QR code on it.
No, I know QR code. It's just the logo.
A QR code.
It could be a QR code. If not, hey man, do you know what Circle K get away with doing?
No, but I'm sure you can ready to tell us.
So, fighting inflation, right? The founder and owner of Arizona says that his $1
Arizona the drink.
Yes.
Okay.
Arizona drink. The cans are 99 cents. You know how every other drink been going up. Even the price of the other Arizona teas, in the bottles or like the tall boy cans, 99 cents, right?
Yeah.
And he even there even an article where he was asked, why haven't you raised the price on those cans, considering everything else that went up? In terms of other products in the Arizona line and other products, period, right? Mm-hmm. He says that some things just need to stay the same. Do you know what Circle K does?
Some things are never better than their predecessors, is what he's saying. But go ahead.
Circle K buys cans of Arizona. They get them specially printed with their label. They get special Circle K branded editions of the cans. That way they can sell the cans at above 99 cents.
So then just buy the original.
They don't sell them at Circle K.
Well, then I'd be going.
Yeah, at Circle K.
Oh, see, there we go. See what I'm saying? We just was talking about capitalism. Now that's greedy.
Yeah. So when you go to Circle K, you get the tall boy.
But how much was the licensing agreement?
I don't know, but
Circle K is circumventing the whole.
Yeah,
see, that's what I'm trying to say, man.
But there was a cost there. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Technically,
right. But here's what I'm saying is the cost, whatever the cost is, it's been deferred onto us. Because Circle K still buying the cans at the same price that they've been buying them from.
No.
Yes.
In theory, they could just do away with that and buy the original, but they want to have a Circle K version. So in order to do so, it means I have to pay him, Arizona guy, for the label.
Yep.
And up front.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so Circle K is paying for up front, but guess what though?
So
you,
how much
the consumer, are going to pay for that.
Right.
Because here's what happened.
Okay, no. Hold on. Let me. Hold on.
But traditionally, that's your Lucky Stars versus your Lucky Charms, which implies that it's usually a lower price.
Oh, please, let me. I'm not. Listen. Let me say it this way, okay? Can I give a parable here? Because I gotta say mine because my thoughts. Sometimes I lose and they be gone for a couple of days. I'm just saying. My mortgage company, all right? I was paying X amount of dollars for my mortgage. Amongst all the other life things I got going on, I mean, I was eyeballing it here and there, whatever it is, but I noticed a big difference. It went from this to that, and I was like, whoa, what happened? They said, well, when your property taxes and such went up, you didn't have enough in your escrow. So we paid it for you, but now you got to pay us. Very much. So in other words, whatever Circle K is paying up front, trust and believe you when you go in there and buy that Circle K brand, they're gonna get they're gonna get whatever came out of their pocket to pay for that extra, whatever it is, that cost is going to be deferred onto you, upon thee.
Yeah,
now
because
I'm lying.
Because Circle K was selling the cans.
Absolutely.
For sale, they put them on sale for $2 for $3.
Oh, well, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Man. Come on, man. $3. Come on, man. Listen, they're not coming out their pocket and saying, "Oh, we're going to do something good for people." Oh, please. They like, look here, man. We can do this on this end and charge them that on that end and still save in the end. Okay. I'm just trying to tell you, man. That crooked capitalism is all. Hey, thank you. Don't Paige and Mrs. Alva. Where's Mrs. Alva at when you need her is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, yeah, so at the end of the day, man, I'm all for the logistical rolling advertisement thing. Double J, you need to keep us abreast of that because I will invest in something like that. Actually, oh, and you know what, Gully, right quick, while we at it, what's the name of the ice cream place? You all might have one up there, Double J. Mitchell's. Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mitchell's. Whoa. Cold Stone Creamery. Y'all don't have it up there?
Yeah, we got Cold Stone. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cold Stone.
Mitchell's. Cold Stone.
Right down the street. Mm-hmm.
Bruh, do you know that somebody sent me a link to a franchise opportunity?
For what?
It's like
Cold Stone Creamery.
I tell you what.
Listen, and I was looking into that.
But hang on. Here, okay, you ready for me to poke holes in the business model?
No, no. Because I already know.
Let us have our dream, Double J. Let us have
you know what I'm saying? You're a dream killer.
With sprinkles and cherries.
Right.
From Circle K. From Circle K.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's
Circle K. Our dream, Double J.
Circle KJ. That's what he is. That's what he is today.
Right.
Hold on. Wait a minute here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Mrs. I was weighing in again. Oh, she said, "Oh, I'm right here making a mental note to not go to Circle K." Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? That's right. We're going to protest. Yeah, right. Okay. We're not buying any of your products anymore. Double J, is this something for the NBA you wanted to throw it right quick? I'm just saying, y'all, keep on the lookout.
I have it right here.
Networks. And all you cord cutters out there, if you all have any cord cutting ideas that you might want to share with your boy over here, please do so. Because right now, YouTube TV is higher than Giraffe. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just trying to tell you right now. Okay, I won't say it. It is a Family P program. Okay, y'all know what I'm saying. Yeah, that's right, Gully. Yeah, and on that note, disappear. What are you showing us here, Double J? Wait. Whoa! I gotta lead us into that. Okay, I'm looking at it on my side. Is this the NBA?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, in that case, enough said. Let's keep things rolling. All right, boy, BSJ is it's on some BS today. All right, our last item on the menu, boy, oh boy, is Hoop Central. Nonetheless, we were going to discuss here. Well, we still are going to discuss some of these playoff matchups, where they at and at what point, and who might do what and what not. But Double J, do I need to share it on my end? What is this we're sharing here?
The ratings.
Oh, really? Could you not mute your mic for that, Gully?
Excuse me, my bad.
Thought it was right. Okay, yeah. What do we? Oh my gosh.
Well, hey, listen.
Hey, listen, nothing. That's what
there is no flag on the play because somebody didn't have flags to play.
Why would I play? Why would I flag that?
So you know how to edit that moment. See, you can find it now. You can't find it.
Okay, yeah. You're making my chin itch. What am I showing here?
You just cussing me.
This is the viewership by year versus primetime viewing levels.
Okay. It must not be good. NBA regular season viewership versus primetime viewing levels the past 20 seasons. Okay, on my end, it's kind of minimized here, so you all are gonna have to tell me what it is I'm seeing. I might want to.
So basically, the squiggle line is primetime viewership. The bars are the NBA viewership during the regular season.
Whoa! Back up. You're saying the thing at the top.
Yep.
The line going across the top.
Going across the top is viewership for
your right axis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right axis.
Okay. For just again prime time.
Okay, we're doing geometry. We're doing geometry here. Y'all know I got an F in geometry. That's what we're doing.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, we throwing the host under the bus. Okay, got you.
Okay, regular viewership. All right. Versus prime time viewing levels. So all right. So let's just say to try to make it plain for us.
Is that there are a few parallels that can be drawn. The first of which is you can draw the same conclusion that from what our host was saying is that there's a bigger issue at hand, that it's not limited to sports themselves as it pertains to viewership, because in all of the years that you saw increases, you also saw an increase within primetime viewership. We've watched not only primetime viewership decline to an all-time low, but the NBA, on the other hand, despite being somewhat steady, is now, still substantially smaller in itself. There were only the Jordan years that averaged higher. And,
of course.
And then, of course, in here as well, this is the LeBron and Miami years. So we'll call post-decision years.
Okay, so yep. All right. So those years in Miami, those first 2 seasons in Miami, and amongst the other things that went on in the league, so we averaged 2.5 million.
I just find it interesting and odd that I didn't mean to cut you off, Gully. I'm looking at it here now. I'm widening the screen a little bit. That the year the Cavs won, it was kind of down.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, significantly. Well, not significantly, but it was down.
So it states in the article that, obviously Iowa and Louisville in the Elite Eight averaged more viewers than any NBA game on ESPN during the regular season.
But hold on. Let me stop you right there. First of all, me being a wordsmith, unflattering.
That's not unflattering. That's sexist. If you ask me.
Wait. No, it's not sexist. What they're saying is no, it's not.
It is sexist because the unflattering part about it is they're saying it was unflattering that a women's playoff game got more viewership than a men's.
It could be both. It could be both though.
This is why I will say this. This is why I was explaining too that the move. Remember, Louisville had Haley Van Lith on the team, who is now since transferred to LSU.
Yeah, LSU,
she won't be using that library. But
I hope none of them use that library. LSU women's basketball. I mean, they might be the 31st team in the NBA. Because they getting all the free agents, okay? I'm just trying to say in-ad deals and all that.
Hey, they were waiting for this day. They had a dude doing a U down, and now he's doing a U up after he transferred in. Thanks to
Wait. Is this the football team?
No, basketball.
I'm not. Let me say it again for the umpteenth time. I am not.
I love
Miami Hurricane basketball, baseball, lacrosse, badminton, wrestling, javelin throwing, and any other sports program they got down there. Nice weather, by the way. I'm just saying, I am not a fan of any of those other. Don't cry. Don't cry. Ain't no crying in baseball for us. What I'm saying to you is strictly the Miami Hurricanes football team, period. That's it. That's all. Okay, finito. Okay, capiche?
Pass interference.
You know, this is what I'm talking about right here.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
This is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I'll do on these.
Was it a pass interference?
Yeah, it was pass interference. Oh, absolutely, it was a pass. Don't clickbait. I'm not falling for that. Not today. All righty. But whoa. But Double J, here's help me out. What about in the playoffs? What about the NBA playoffs? The viewership.
That's what it was. That's what that bar was at the top. That's what that little bar at the top was. So they,
okay.
I understood. It took me a minute. I made sense of the chart.
Okay, got you. All right. And you're saying I didn't make sense of the chart. That is.
It's not his fault. It took a minute, bro.
Guess what? Well, I'll tell you what it was. It was unflattering.
Yeah, you know what?
Okay. Anyway, what are we looking at here?
Over
New
the past
millennium.
30
But
years.
hold on. But wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. No. Don't move, Elroy. Don't move. Same time, man. Same time. I'm seeing something here saying new millennium, new problems. That's all I need to see.
Look at the viewership drop 20% or 48% between 98 and 99.
Okay, so then wait a minute. So wait. Let's go back to the previous conversation we had 72 years ago about whether or not if the NBA has evolved. How do you evolve? Because we got more people in terms of evolve. I'm gonna do a parable here. We got in terms of just everyday life, society, and the devices that we use. We went from 8 tracks to what we're using now. Everything is digital. That's evolve. There are more people using digital means of as opposed to So yeah, y'all know what I'm saying. Don't look incredulous. Don't do that here. What I'm saying to you is, if the NBA has indeed evolved, then the viewership should match. These viewership numbers should match. You don't go from simple to complex or great, and your numbers and people watching you're not great. I'm sorry. No, it does not equal that. No, it does not. Okay. 40. Yeah, that's right, Gully. Yeah, don't run now. Don't run now. BSJ was on a roll, baby. I'm here to try to tell you. Do you want me to read it, Double J, for the folks that's out there that's watching?
Yeah, please.
Okay, well, the new millennium, new problems. Why is that the case? And since seeing how the Today BA is such a great, anywho, the new millennium was not kind to the NBA as viewership sank by a full million from 98, 99 to 99, 2000. A new cable heavy TV deal with ESPN and ABC and TNT did not help as viewership fell under the 2 million mark for the first time in in the first year of the deal, and stayed there for the rest of the decade. Yeah, I want you to explain that to me, and make sure you put it in Jamin's terms. How about that?
Okay, well, I'll say this. I think ESPN was a wonderful concept during the 70s when it first came out. However, its model has to change in the present day, and it may not be in a position to do so.
All right, we got a few more comments, but go ahead. All right, let me take a look here. My man D Runk weighing in again. He said Miami a basketball school, now barbershop. Man, come on, man. Oh man, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna give him a good button though, because he get a pass on that one. But D-Run, come on now. Shout out to my man Doc. Doc, where you been, man? It's evolved into a shooter's game. Ooh, nice play on words, Doc. I like that. So you didn't do he evolved and shooters. Okay, so he didn't do something out there. I can't even really. I had to spend some time to try to find an argument to argue against. Okay, Great Debaters was my favorite movie. Are you for or against? Okay, I like that, Doc. Shout out to Doc again. Shout out to him again. He weighed in again. He said people want to see dunks, defense, and they don't want to see defense, Doc. See, I was with you, and you just had to do it. Just that overtime.
No. He said not three, not
he said people want to see dunks. They don't want to see defense.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. They don't want to see. We
want
to see
defense. No.
They don't want to see defense.
No, that's
no. They don't. No, they don't. They don't want to see defense.
No, you don't want.
Did you say categorically?
Yes.
Absolutely
I
not.
Disagree. That no, because there's a difference between sorry defense and sloppy play. No, okay. There is no difference between sorry defense and sloppy play.
Okay, I was getting that.
Now there's a difference between defense versus sloppy play. Ain't nobody listen because
they don't play defense no more. Everybody wants to see scoring. And listen, and I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why that's not the case. You're getting ready to make a very compelling argument. You are. I can tell on which road you're getting ready to go down. But FanDuel and DraftKings done killed all the seeing defense. People want to see scoring, man. Come on, man. This is we living in a fantasy world right now. Fantasy is indeed nowadays have become reality. Everybody's checking their FanDuel and their DraftKings. You should see all the people that work with at the post office.
Because they don't because the parlay bet. Listen, parlay bets allow for defensive games to happen. A parlay bet was suggest the over under.
You got me again. You know what? I'm calling your mother. I know your mom. Yeah, okay, Doc. All right, I give you that. Then Doc said again, seriously. You get a button. He said, I agree with D. Runk. Miami ain't been to you since Moses walked on water. You so disrespectful. Doc, come on, Doc. Doc, man, you started out on, yeah, okay. All right. Okay. I see what this is. Flag on the play. I see what this is. He said they want to see great defense. That's what makes the game good to watch. Well, who playing great defense? The Nuggets? Who playing great defense?
Not the Nuggets.
Okay, I'm who? The Suns? Who's playing great defense in this playoff?
The Lakers.
No, the Lakers are not playing great defense. No, they're not.
The Heat.
The Heat are playing solid defense, but he said great. Man, ain't nobody playing great defense in these players. Man, stop it.
Come on, great. Listen, the idea of it is great in terms of great by comparison of the nostalgic teams that did it. You're not going to see that no more.
So then you can't use the word great. I told y'all I'm a wordsmith.
Well, your name is James Smith, but we all
okay. I see you got a funny crack the joke. I see. Where's TJ at when you need him?
What was that phrase? A funny crack the joke?
Yeah, funny crack the joke. You caught that, huh? Okay, all right. I'm just saying it's past my bedtime over here. Okay, I got my slippers on, baby. I just want to let you know. Doc says it's boring if everybody coming down jacking barely contested threes. It feels like an all-star game. Well, I mean, come on now. This is me, Doc. This is me. Come on now. I've been saying that for the longest. Right. So call it the Today BA and the New BA for a reason. My man D. Runk weighing in again. He said, I just want to turn on a regular season game and see every superstar playing. 9 times out of 10, somebody injured or arrested. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like everybody loved Kobe, but not what he did.
I don't even know what button to give you for that. Dang, Gully. Okay, I see you, Gully. Oh, snappy do. Oh, the man done did 35 push-ups. Look over there like Herschel Walker and everything. You know what I'm trying to say? You know,
that's an insult. That's an insult.
I'm just saying. But no, it's
not you need a button for we about to throw hands.
Okay, listen. Well, my hands is tired. My tongue is tired from holding my hands. Did I say that right? My hands are tired from holding my tongue. I'm just saying. All right. Anywho, yeah. Okay, so yeah, NBA viewership is down. Now, hey, listen. That's why I said lipstick on the pig, baby. They doing if you're really paying attention, and I ain't gonna even lie, I ain't really sat and watched really a lot of the games because it's not even entertaining anymore. Every possession, you see 2 things that are commonplace in the playoffs and in the regular season. You can go back a few years. Why are all of these players hitting the floor for no reason, trying to sell a foul? And they're hitting the floor hard. Embiid, Marcus, I'm talking about for some of your best teams and some of these so-called household name players, they're hitting the floor hard, and everybody trying to get that foul call. It's unbelievable they're hitting the floor the way they are. Okay, and then crying to the ref. How long you gonna stand there, man? They got a term we use at the post office called delaying the mail. If I hold a piece of mail for longer than 5 minutes, I'm delaying the mail. Okay. And it's a PDI coming behind that. Okay. All right. And you just look up what PDI is. It ain't nothing good. Okay.
Right.
Why are you standing? The play, we talking, the play then went on 75 minutes later. And you still down there, Landry Shamet or whoever you might be, doing one of these numbers. Dude ain't gonna call it. This is Tim Donaghy is not reffing that game, nor is it Scott Double J Foster. I'm just saying. Okay, if y'all want some, don't lean over now. Okay, over there, Lucia, man. Doc said nobody, and that's the problem. Okay, wait a minute, hold up. Facts. Stars ain't playing as much as they used to. Some people won't even cut the game on. If the player they wanted to see sitting on the bench, that's a good one. Wait a minute, hold on. He's weighing in again. Doc, you keeping them rolling, huh? Now, all right, because free throws are an easy way to win games. Okay, let's not even talk about free throws because there's a disparity in one. We're gonna get to the playoff matchups here in a minute. There's a disparity in one playoff matchup that's just, I won't even say the word. He said players don't want to fight for anything anymore. They take a bad shot, they expect a handout, a free throw. Yeah, exactly. My point is exactly. Doc, I would play the Buddy song, but I'm not doing it because of what you said earlier about the U. I'm just not going to do it. I'll be up there. Where you at? Somewhere up there in Michigan. I'll find you. I got a location button on my phone. Might be an Android, but I got a location button. I will find you. We will have to have this discussion about my U. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, baby. It's the U. Anywho, let's slide over to some of this. You know what? No. Let me run this question by you all right quick. Adam Silver says the NBA's in-season tournament will look different than the regular season. I, for one, don't. This whole in-season, this once again, this is that filler. They're trying to manufacture things to keep folks engaged because the product cannot stand on its own merit.
But I don't inherently have a problem with that. I don't comprehend the idea.
Okay, all right. I don't either. Well, listen. You know why you don't comprehend the idea? Because of what I just said. They looked at what Double J then pulled up and said, "Oh my God! Despite all of these names and all of these records being broken, nobody's watching the game. Nobody's watching, or not enough people are watching. So what can we do? We put lipstick on a pig and trot it out there. And y'all, and then the monkey in the circus. I'm just saying. We'll get to your comments here in a second. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's right.
No, I'm going to tell you now. This is what I was alluding to before. There's going to be more reliance on the league broadcast going through digital providers, and that way they can control the data. And then, of course, what that does is it proves my point for the nth time that it won't matter what market you're in anymore, both at the individual level from a viewer, but also from a player in terms of value, because now your reach is also truly national or global at that point, even, of course, during the regular season.
Yeah, I'm going to read a little bit of the article here that I saw in regards to this, but give me a second. Let me get to some of these comments first. My man Doc weighing in again. He said, in game one, Golden State took 8 free throws compared to LA's 29 free throws. Yeah, I mean, come on, man, listen. Hold on. And here's another one now. Go back and what did the Memphis Grizzlies coach say? He sort of had the same. So everybody lying? Man, come on, stop it, man. D-Runk said, I turned on a Saturday 12 p.m. and Bobby Portis was the best player in the starting lineup. Yeah. Doc said, yeah, used to be the U. Oh, you know what, Doc? Okay, all right. That's it. Yeah, hide the women and the women folk and the kids. Yeah, BSJ is on his way, baby. Let me gas up the big wheel. All right, it's always going down. In this article, All right. Yeah, the NBA's upcoming in-season tournament will look quote unquote different visually. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said at the Sports Business Journal World Congress of Sports Conference past Tuesday. Here's what you need to know. The players will be wearing different uniforms, Silver said. Maybe the court will look different. You'll know that it's not just a regular season game. Yeah, it's an all-star game in the middle of the season is what it is. Silver shared other details, including that the final 4 teams will play at a neutral site. Where the Raiders play? Exactly. Additionally, a regular season game will also count as cup games, which run through November. What else did Silver say about the tournament? There will be a knockout round, then pool play, ultimately ending in 4 teams remaining. I need you all to bear with me right quick. I got to go off screen just for a half second. But Double J, would you please, the last portion thing I read, would you please make the reference to why the NBA is trying to do this? Because I think soccer has something to do. Don't they do a
what do you win if you win a
tournament? And I told, look, if you guys go and check the tape years ago.
No, months ago, I think we talked about this, though.
Right. But years ago, I proposed basically something similar. And what you're referring to, Gully, was actually me talking about the NCAA and what they should do similarly as well with essentially a Champions League model. What we have, for those who've watched maybe Wrexham, welcome to Wrexham, Ryan Reynolds' team. And the guy from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, that they co-own that team. There's what's in here within the U.S. They have what's known as the Lamar Hunt Open Cup. Basically, what happens is any team within that league, and I believe this should be expanded to the G League as well because it won't hurt, and that's how it starts. So basically, in England they have the FA Cup, just for an example, and any team in that league can basically make the final of that tournament. How it starts is naturally the lower division teams start playing each other first, and it's a knockout stage. You know, it's all knockout stages. And so then what it ultimately progresses to is that by round 3 or 4, your Premier League teams are now in that tournament as well. And same thing. So Wrexham, as an example, who was in the National League of the Pyramid, so Premier League, Championship, League 2, League 1, National League. So way at the bottom had actually made the final of that in 2022. They lost, but they at least it showed that you could make it there. And so in this case, what they're going to do is rather than having them play a separate game, at least to start, because it's only limited to the NBA teams, in my opinion, should be also inclusive of the G League as well. When you play each other, just logistically, that way, let's say you have a game scheduled on Tuesday and Saturday, you don't have to go squeeze in a game on a Thursday.
Hold that thought. Let me get to one of these comments because they fresh and I like them. Doc weighed in again. He said LBJ came up with this so he could get a second chance at a playoff run. Yeah. Y'all wonder why TJ missing in action. Oh, and shout out to my man TJ who just got married. Yeah, TJ got married. Oh man, I meant to say that earlier in the show.
Happy congratulations.
Yeah. Happy congratulations. Stop stealing my lines, habitual line thief. Anywho, D-Runk said players gonna treat that in season.
I got that.
Oh wow. Okay, you funny cracking. All right, got you. D-Runk said players gonna treat that in-season tournament like spring break. You know what I'm trying to tell you?
But here's
hold on, wait. Hold on. He said again, we already called the bubble championship a Mickey Mouse ring. It's no way players gonna value the in-season tourney champ.
But what is it for?
Okay, but hold your thought, Double J. Let me read a little bit more, and then maybe we can answer Gully's question and yours too. Silver said, Adam, that is, NBA commissioner, said that after the initial round of the tournament, there will be a knockout round, then pool play, ultimately ending in 4 teams remain. I think I read that already. Excuse me. That will be the end of the tournament, he said. We'll go to a neutral site to do that. This will all take place in November and December of the season.
All right. Oh, okay.
Silver said but that's still kind of bass awkward to me. But anyway, Silver said the idea is, quote unquote, to create new games of consequences during the. So when you meet your but your regular product can't do that.
No, but here's the thing. Again, it already exists in the soccer world, and there's value to it. Again, for the franchises, they get money. For the players,
yeah, but maybe soccer can do. But maybe soccer can do that. The way soccer. Oh, say that fast 2 times. The way soccer is structured.
It's the same thing. But this is why I'm suggesting that it should be inclusive also of the G League. Look, they're trying to. They're making it more Champions League-esque by having the round robin first, and by doing so, let's just say it's Central Division. It's by division. And so, okay, the next time that you play the Milwaukee Bucks, if you're the Pistons, Bulls, Cavs, those games all count for your tournament. And then, okay, these were the top 2 from each. They move to this neutral site at the end.
So basically, D-Runk said basically they're doing like the NCAA by starting with a Maui Invitational. Is that?
No, because they're blending the 2 together. It basically with soccer.
Well, wait. But maybe is he right though? In theory,
if you think load management is a problem now,
but soccer. Hang on a second. Soccer does the same thing. You'll see the Premier League teams in round 4 that are playing Wrexham. It'll be Liverpool and Wrexham.
But soccer and they're going to bench 900 minutes long though.
Right, but they're benching their starters until it's 1-0 and it's the 60th minute. Now we're going to use our subs and put our starters in and try to see if we can win this game.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. All right, and forgive me if it's offensive, because it's not in my intention. But soccer, for the most part, is a global thing. It's not. It's even though it's played here in America, we're talking about an American sport. The Americans don't. Their attention spans is not. See, when you're a soccer fan of Chelsea or Aston Villa or whatever it is, you're a fan.
Yeah, but no. We have we have a cup here too. We have the CONCACAF Champions League, which is inclusive even of Central America. And then we have
but let me ask you.
Can you compare the ratings of the CONCACAF?
I was just getting ready to ask you. So in other words, I was going to say it this way.
Compared to that, yeah.
I was going to say it this way. If you had 2 games to choose from, there was 2 to choose from: an NBA game and the CONCACAF. Now I might choose soccer, because of my disdain for the sport that I grew up and love. But the average fan, they pick an NBA.
Yeah, they're more. Look, we've seen based off of the play-in, the value added to a knockout one-and-done game. This is going to have that same effect. You are playing for something. It is different.
Okay. See, if you're telling me they playing for extra cash, like, all right,
the trophy.
What trophy?
That's my point. It's the same way they win one for the Maui Invitational, just as an example.
If you tell
in other words, this new drink they have out called Starry, they're going to make that a trophy. That's what the trophy should be for in-season NBA.
I hope not.
That replaced Sierra Mist.
And you know what? They both need to replace my trash can. Because they both are trash.
No way.
Bring back. Oh God, Starry is terrible.
This tastes like.
Starry tastes like when you open your mouth when you're on the freeway. It tastes like freeway air.
Oh my gosh! So now we referencing Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura, huh? I'm just saying.
If you told me that the NC season tournament gave you a guaranteed top 3 lottery pick, that would be worth watching.
No, I like but here's the thing. I like the idea of it, but here's the problem with that is still maybe boosting the percentage if you were a lottery team or somehow, but it's separate. It has to remain separate for that reason. You could do it with the bottom so on teams and have it go over the summer if you wanted. Or you don't want to have it running up against the regular playoffs.
No. So November, December is a good time for it.
How could you possibly know? Again, the teams that are in the bottom at that point in time, we've seen.
I think they need to. No, I think maybe the in-season tournament should be for those
played
teams
overseas,
and then and
dropped off in the sea.
No, but I think No, I think period. Irrespective of your. So if the.
So you're saying the only thing of value for basketball is just the championship itself. There's nothing else. Winning your division, conference.
Wait. He's not saying that. The viewers are saying that.
No. Yeah. I'm saying if you're gonna have the teams compete, in addition to the regular season that already has its place in history and all of that, if you're gonna have them compete simultaneously for another goal, more money don't seem like they get that already. The contract's already guaranteed. What would do with the extra $500,000?
What's the incentive?
Yeah. But if you say, "Hey, we're trying to win," but if you say we're trying to win, you tell me an organization like, "Look, man, we really need to get this because we want women. We want what's the Victor? Women.
Oh, wait a minute, we gotta get hold that thought, Gully. We gotta get to these comments. My man Tony Moe is weighing in, baby. Oh, y'all know Tony Moe. Y'all know. Woo, hold on, but we're gonna get to D-Runk right here. He says soccer is the only sport that people watch overseas. When that's the case, you can do what you want. All right. And then he said again. He said, okay, so Double J, Pistons win in-season tournament, but don't make playoffs. How would you feel? Great question.
Well, the same way that you would feel you lose to a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, but you won your conference championship.
I don't know about that. You answered that too fast. I had to process that. My mind be slow. Shout out to my man Tony Moe again. Y'all know who Tony Moe is, baby. He said, why would the wealthiest, laziest athletes in America want to play an extra game for a trophy? They should make an in-season tournament of the G League types.
Now, that's why I said that. You know what? This is why I love this idea. Make the G League teams play in it, because then who wants to get knocked off by their G League affiliate? Nobody.
So what's nobody in it? Oh no! Wait.
So what's the difference between that and saying that, hey, if you win the tournament, you get an extra draft pick? What really is the difference?
There's a catastrophic difference.
How you figure if you end up losing to a G League team, you need that draft pick,
Los Angeles Lakers lost to the Motor City Cruise. You're telling me that they wouldn't get cooked on every sports outlet that was out there?
Yeah, but listen, let me tell you this. Okay, he's saying let's hypothetically, let's say the Lakers were in a good draft position and they needed to be in that position for whatever upcoming season or whatever.
Okay, I understand.
And you lose that pick,
the franchise,
or the winner. Period. There's an extra draft pick in the round. You get the extra draft pick. You get, hey, listen, you know what? You get an extra.
Still confined to the same roster cap, limits and dollar amounts of any other team. So
hey, it's a chance. It's a chance that teams will be willing to take it, and it's another bartering chip.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, man, listen to me. I'm going back to my original point. This is a PPAA. The NBA, y'all figure out the acronym on your own. Trying to find a way to listen. Ultimately, you're doing what? There's a correlation between the lack of viewership, despite if you turn the TV on, they'll swear up and down the manifest aspect, or that what you see with the naked eye, they'll swear up and down. This is a great product. It's been the best it's ever been in years. But if anybody will get past scrolling and get to Google, actually, look something up right quick, you'll see, like we just did here, it just showed you right here on live national television, that apparently what they claiming that they are, the folks are not watching. It ain't matching. So this is another attempt to do what? At the bottom line, at the end of the day, is what? To try to engage people more, try to get more folks some of that viewership back, man.
But I'm gonna tell you, Barbershop, I'm not.
It ain't enough.
But you're wrong though.
Hold on. I don't think he's wrong, Double J. Here,
the playoff. I'm talking about the playoff viewership. Was at 4.15. It was double what the regular season was.
Good, because it's meaningful basketball at this point.
Hello. That's why I asked.
So that's my point, is that they're trying to add additional meaningful basketball during the regular season, because everybody says, just like you guys, and we've said it for years now,
we don't care.
Wake me up when the playoffs start.
Yeah, but fans don't care if Giannis gets an extra $500,000.
That's not what it's for, and that's why there's got to be value added to the trophy itself. But if you're telling me that the All-Star game matters to you somehow, then this will ultimately matter to you, and that's the whole point.
The All-Star game itself don't matter. Listen, hold on, Gully. Hold on, Gully. What did they say about this past All-Star game?
It was the worst one.
It was the worst one.
Then they needed to. Then this is maybe your replacement.
I'm telling you this.
No,
I'm gonna be your replacement. All right, I bet. Okay, so tell me this, Double J. What did the viewership mean, and is it still the case in Major League Baseball that the winning league gets home field advantage in the World Series?
Oh, you're talking about the All-Star game?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it meant something to the players, but
okay, cool. Did it mean also and so to the fans of their respective teams and their respective leagues? So when the Yankees were
but you forgot. You almost had to Google search at that point.
You might have had to Google search going right in October, but I'm telling you what, in July, knowing that the Tampa Bay Rays were a World at a time, knowing that the Tampa Bay Rays were a World Series pick, Tampa Bay's market pretty watched the All-Star game to make sure.
You're telling me a knockout tournament wouldn't be appealing to anyone?
What are you getting knocked out of?
Listen, you're creating a new trophy.
But nobody.
Okay, so wait a minute.
The only trophy that people care about are the NBA Finals. Because if that's the case,
that's what I'm trying to say. That's the only tournament.
If that's the case, the NBA, to your point, Double J, the All-Star Game trophy should have a lot more emphasis.
They
already have another like a exhibition, if you will, exhibition.
It's not an exhibition.
What is?
You're right. It's not an exhibition. I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Just because the All-Star game they play it like an exhibition.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's not an exhibition. You're right. It's overkill. That's what it is.
I don't think so. I'm just saying
then the product, the game itself, is in a world of hurt.
It's already in the world of hurt.
It's
you missed my point.
Be going backwards quick if this is the case, because if you're carried only by your playoffs, if that's the only time that there's value to your sport, then you are going to be setting sail very soon.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying to you.
No. The NFL doesn't matter in weeks 1 through 17. Are you crazy?
Wait, you said the NFL? You said the NFL?
Yeah, bro. Tell me this.
The NFL is
no, it's not
always tuned to watch the NFL.
Because again, globally, they've already proven that they have the energy tournament. From it's not even Red Bull. It's some other one.
This is the NBA's version of putting a new set of rims on a car that got bad ball joints. Fix the ball joints first.
I'm telling you, if you make the tournament about another trophy.
But you can change rules. It's still not going to change the game.
Well, if you make this tournament,
it'll change where the game is played. Go ahead, my bad, Gully.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, Double J, I'm sort of on board with the idea. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I disagree with Barbershop about it being so negative that they're trying to find inventive ways to increase viewership. I'm telling you, as a fan,
go ahead.
I'm telling you.
Tell me, what's the idea behind it then?
What I'm saying, no, the idea behind it. What I'm saying, that I don't take offense to the idea behind it. The idea behind it is what you're saying. Like, hey, you already said, Double J. You already showed us the numbers. We need viewership. We need people to be watching
in the regular season, not the playoffs. Remember,
right.
Golden State, Sacramento, 6 million.
Okay.
Lakers, Grizzlies, 5.5. Clippers, Suns, 5 million.
But who's watching the Grizzlies and the Pistons on November 4th?
But this speaks back to that original problem about local blackouts.
All right, no.
Period.
If you put the Grizzlies, if you put the Celtics and the Lakers
in a gambling world today, if it was open to everyone, the viewership naturally would go higher. They can choose to embrace it.
Whoa. But don't leave that out. Don't just lay that out there like the viewership will go higher because of the product is better. The viewership will go higher because FanDuel and DraftKings. Nobody's watching the games anymore because, like I said, the style of play is crap. What they're watching games for now.
Does the style of play change in the playoffs?
Yeah, for the most part. But listen, but people
does it though?
But no, because you're still seeing threes jacked up at an alarming rate. But what I'm saying to you is people are tuning in to see people are tuning in. If people are the viewership increases, it's because people want to see, they want to hit that parlay.
Right, so all right, so look, here's the deal. If your regular season in-season tournament means the winner of the in-season tournament gets home court advantage, irrespective of seeding, then you got a number 1 seed, Milwaukee, play a number 8 seed Miami, but Miami won the
more comments.
Tournament.
Doc said, well, that'll solve your problems. Get rid of the blackout crap. Yeah, absolutely. And my man Tony Mohan again, Brother Rich, man, we can't wait to see you on this side of town, man. Bring some of them palm trees is what I'm saying. Bring some of them palm trees.
Draft picks or make it about the playoffs. Make it relevant to the postseason.
Thank you. Make the in-season tournament about draft picks, and we got
that's
what I'm saying.
But okay, so what do you want to consider that then? A tiebreaker? You can't give someone a top 10 pick.
Why not?
What do you mean?
Why you make the rules?
Because you're talking about the rich getting richer at that point.
No, that doesn't mean
absolutely. Because in theory, how it should play out, right? Just like your playoffs. Well, then
guess what?
The best team wins.
Here's what it would do.
Every team right now that's in the lottery should have a 50% chance.
Wait a minute, Double J, but here's
make it
point.
Even.
It would compel a team to go against load management. The opportunity I can get a draft pick. So, LeBron.
All it promises is for the round robin, which is 4 games that those players play.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Remember the proposal that our host read was that I just gave for the example. It's your division. That's who you start against.
Right.
Okay, so those 3 games.
Yep.
So now I'm going to play my starters because it's technically a tournament game as well.
Brother
and
Rich,
then when they have the knockouts, sure, they'll play as well.
Yeah, exactly. And when are they going to position this tournament, Double J? At probably the lowest viewership point in the season.
During the holidays? Well, yeah, because of college football's bowl games.
Exactly.
Exactly. The NBA can't care. Brother Rich said, it makes everyone go hard for 1 game knockout. Yeah, that's about the size of it. Then Doc said, have the bottom 4 teams from each side.
See, that was something I had suggested
for picks 1 through 4.
Yeah.
But there's an incentive there, though. Thank you.
I would say you could tier it based on percentage increases to the lottery. So in theory, if you were the very best team in the league that had the 30th pick, you now were given a 10% chance of getting a lottery pick. In which case, everyone else in the shuffle just moves down. You see what I'm sorry, moves up.
Yeah. Doc weighed in again. He said 1 and done games.
Well, right. That's what it would be ultimately in the knockout stages. That's 1 and done.
So, okay,
now, is the tournament going to be open to every team in the NBA?
It would have to be.
I am presuming or assuming that it would be. But here's the deal. Let's go back to the beginning, okay? This is all I'm asking. You all know the details and the particulars and the numbers and such more than me. I give that. But somebody somewhere sat in a room, Adam Silver and a few others, and said, we've got to do something.
Yeah.
We've got to do something. And why were they having that conversation to begin with, that we, quote unquote, got to do something? Because
it's the same conversation that all these other leagues are having.
And they're having them
talked about earlier. Because they're all, because
their
of the
product
changes.
Stinks.
No, the atrophy. The changes in media consumption and the atrophy.
That's right.
You don't have it. It's because
no product today can survive solely on its fan base,
except for NFL. And NFL,
I think the NFL might be in trouble too with this. At least as it pertains to the DirecTV move or Apple TV.
The Apple TV, yeah, I think that's a misstep because I think that's a misstep. I think they think the game. I think they think their fan base is much more Gen Z and millennial, so that they
Gen
think
Z will not
agile.
pay $500. They don't
That's
even
what I'm
have
saying.
$500.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
So
Gen Z, the reason why this cord cutting. Thanks, appreciate it. I'm just saying.
But go ahead.
Hold on, Doc said again, just the bottom teams. If we plan for picks, it's only fair the bad team gets a chance to pick a game changer. I was getting ready to say that, Doc. Shout out to Doc City. Man, them Amazon games was T-Rash, man. I'm just saying. You know what? We're getting a little long in the tooth. I was going to obviously, or unfortunately, I was going to discuss the playoff rounds or whatnot, but
we already did.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, we did. Yeah, I mean, it's really no need to even dive into no details because we got enough details. We 2 hours and 8,800,000 minutes off into this program. Y'all do know I got to get some sleep. All right, my hot chocolate is going, it's bubbling, and I'm all right. Get a couple little banana nut muffins. I'm just saying, baby. You know what I mean? You know, and then I got a dentist appointment too next week. I'm just saying. Oh yeah. Lastly, just want to let folks out there know. Unfortunately, there will, unless Double J, we'll talk about it after the fact. Let's Double J and Gully, for whatever it is that you're doing, you might want to come on ahead. I'll give you the passcodes and all that kind of stuff. You might want to jump on the StreamYard here, whatever. Then do your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You let folks get to see something a little bit different here on the Shop Report 786 Media Network. But BSJ is going out of town on vacation next week on the 17th. It won't be a show. And our new day and time will be, drum roll, please.
You ain't got one on that board, man.
What happened?
You don't got a drum ball on that board?
No, you didn't give me one.
You
didn't give me one. Okay, let me.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, bear with me. Hey, listen, man, I can't think of everything, man. Okay?
You can think of some things.
Anyway, I'm not going to even address that. Right quick too. Let me throw it while I'm looking at my calendar here. Shout out to all the moms. In case I don't get to you all for Mother's Day, tell everybody I said Happy Ma Dukes Day, baby. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go out and get something that you're supposed to get, not stuff that you ain't supposed to get. Because then Ma ain't playing with that. Okay, and Ma ain't playing with you. I'm thinking we'll come back on the 21st or the 20th. I'm not really sure just yet because we're going to now Sundays from 12 to 1 p.m. due to my schedule change in my everyday 9 to 5. Yeah, shout out to that. But as always, we will keep you all abreast, of what changes we make here. You all know how it is. It's like attention spans. You know what I'm saying? Whoop, whoop, whoop. You know what I mean? If you're a sports fan, then trust and believe. Y'all know I'll draw this correlation. It's like channel surfing. Okay. All right. You keep the remote in your hand, baby. Keep the remote. Yeah, indeed. All right. Shout out to my man, Brother Rich, once again, weighing in. Yeah, thanks, Brother Rich. Yeah, we missing you on the P-Program, man. You know what I'm saying? This guy right here, man, he got a lot of love for your boy right here. But these two characters over here, yeah.
You pointed that way. You even point the right way. You talking about? I see you there. Double J right here. I'm right here.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all see it at Ashy J,
at?
baby.
Right
Ashy J. But anyway, we'll keep y'all abreast or, keep y'all up to date on what changes and whatnot we're making.
You've been saying that word a lot, bro.
What?
I thought it's a family program. You've been saying that a lot, bro. How many times Double J today? Like
right
6,
here.
7
so
times?
Who's keeping count?
I'm keeping abreast of how many times you said that word.
Okay, got you. This is what I mean. This is so disrespectful. Anyway, let us go and get out of here. We'll let y'all know of any other upcoming changes due to the schedule. Oh, we got one more comment coming in right here before we get on out of here for the DZ. Let's see who we got. He said, "Because who doesn't love?" Never mind. You know what, Doc? This is what I'm talking about right here.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm say he gonna have to get one in. You know what I mean? He filling in for TJ. I see. But anyway, y'all, yeah, we appreciate y'all and everything and everybody that always show up for us, show out our host, co-host, Brother Rich, Doc, TJ, everybody, man. You know what I mean? Y'all keep us going, man, for real. Because on the honest side, it be times, man, where, the mood can sometimes be melancholic before I hit this go live button. And then I get all y'all in here, man. I forget all my troubles, man. So I appreciate y'all for that. But anyway, and on that note, I leave you today without a quote. It's been fun, but we got to run. Don't forget to check us out hopefully going forward Sunday at 12 to 1 on the PM side right here on the yard. But we will, like I said, we will let y'all know at a time. Or y'all can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Golden Gram, Instagram, the Shop's fan page, and of course, YouTube. And make sure when you go over to the tube, y'all hit that subscribe button, bottom right corner, the little bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling. Did I do that right? Oh, I don't know if I'm going to do that again. We be much obliged. And if that don't work, y'all can Google it. For my mans, Be Rich, Double J, TJ, Doc, Gully, D. Runk, Mrs. Alva, and all those who follow and support us, we say thank you. I'm Barbershop Jay, and you've been listening to the Shop Report. And remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, man, come to the shop. Walk-ins are always welcome. Holla!